Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with The Shoe with Cody, and today we're talking about our first run impressions of the new Rabbit shoe, the High Country. Just got this in and decided to rip it out on some miles out here on the Wissahickon. The Wissahickon gives me a nice mixture of buffed out trails, technical trails, and some gravel to really get an idea of what this shoe is all about. And here are my first run thoughts. Now keep in mind, not my full review, not even my first impression, just some thoughts after about 4 miles running and a couple miles hiking. So again, a mixture of a little bit of everything. The foam is really nice. I mean, take a look at that. There's a ton of it and it's really nice underfoot. It really, I'm really enjoying it. Now, I will be honest with you, the first mile, I was like, okay, I don't know if my foot likes this. But once the foam broke in, I didn't have any issues, which honestly is really nice. The other thing is there is a good amount of stack here. I think you're looking at about 38 in the heel. Stable. Again, I'm not bombing it down some technical terrain, so I am taking my time a little bit on it, but I've definitely found the shoe to be a little bit more stable than I thought. Again, out here in the Wissahickon, I'm getting mixtures of different types of trails. I was anticipating having to baby some of the technical trails, not so much. Again, I'm not using this on the gnarliest of terrain, so keep that in mind. But again, for the most part, handling it extremely well. The other thing, really nice lockdown. Really nice lockdown. I was a little worried about this right here. It didn't really make sense to me that Rabbit extended the laces down that low. I thought I was gonna have some weird pressure right here. I'm really happy to report that I'm not having any weird pressure right there. That would have been a huge bummer. When I walked around in it, I kind of felt that pressure, but once I laced them up, I didn't have any issues. No heel slippage. No heel slippage, which is perfect. The one thing that sucks about a trail shoe, especially when you are taking on some terrain that's a little gnarly, if your heel slips, you just can't use the shoe. Happy to report no heel slippage. The lugs are fine. I haven't taken on any creek crossings, so please stay tuned for that. But for what the dry terrain I've been running on it, no issues, no slipping or sliding. Some of the gnarlier trails, a lot of the rocky terrain, I was able to just get into and keep going. They're not the biggest lugs. I think they're about 4 millimeter. So they're not the biggest, but they're definitely not the smallest, and they're just getting the job done. Now the shoe is a little bit on the heavier side. You're looking at 11 ounces. Now, a lot of times people compare that to road shoes. For a road shoe, that's heavy. For a trail shoe, that's kind of pretty normal. But on foot, it really doesn't feel like it's a heavy shoe. So I'm happy to report that. Again, 11 ounces is not light by any means, but it's also not heavy. And I'm glad to report on foot, it's not super heavy. The one thing I'm gonna kind of complain about this shoe is they give you like this like grippy insole. Now they give you two, so I'm gonna switch it out. Getting this shoe on was really tough because I kept putting it on and it kept sliding, like my sock would grip to it and then it would get all messed up. And that really kind of was a bummer. It took me way too long to get the shoe on because of the gripness. I'm gonna try the regular insole and I imagine that's gonna take it. They added this insole if you were gonna go on some gnarly terrain with some big descents. You don't want your foot sliding back and forth. So I understand why they gave it to us. I'm just not a huge fan of it because it takes too long to get my foot in. But I'm also curious, if I switch it, am I gonna have too much heel sliding back and forth? This is true to size. I want my men's 9.5, glad I did, no issues with that. Width is good, I have a wideish foot, and again, it's working really nicely. So again, that's my first run thoughts. After a handful of miles, I still need to rack it more, but for the first trail shoe by Rabbit, I'm actually really surprised. They did a road shoe, which was okay, but I'm really surprised because I'm really enjoying this one a lot more than I anticipated. So again, definitely make sure you stay tuned for that full review and a ton of content on this one. So hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, because this one right here is gonna be a good one.
Thanks for checking out this latest review. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and check out some of the other rad content that I've dropped out on the channel.